Hi, I'm Michelle and welcome to my vegan kitchen. And thank you for joining me for this 30-minute meal, part of my 30-minute meal series. Today, we are gonna be making curry chickpeas. Yes, curry chickpeas. And it's a simple dish, it's really quick, it's very flavorful, full of nutrients. And if I could talk to you for just a minute, I'm trying to do more whole foods, if that makes sense. So even though I love a good burger, a Beyond Burger or something like that, a lot of times processed foods still gives me the same feeling that I did before when I ate meat. So the reason that I transitioned to being vegan is because of health reasons. Eating processed meats or just meats just made me feel really, really lethargic, really sick, and not feeling, kind of swollen and puffy, just not feeling myself. So I decided to go vegan, and it was the best thing I ever did. I did that about 6 years ago. So lately, doing these videos and making all these recipes, I'm making, sometimes some foods that are processed, I'm eating and I'm not feeling myself. So a couple of my series going further in the future, it's probably gonna be more whole foods, more plant-based. So to get back to what we're making today, curry chickpeas, simple, easy. I have all the ingredients right here. So basically, I'm using chickpeas from a can. You don't have to do dry chickpeas. Chickpea from a can is fine. I'm gonna use zucchini for the base. I already have that chopped, rough chop. I have an onion and garlic. Now, to make my life super, super easy, we're gonna pop this in the food processor because the zucchini has to either be shredded or cut really thin because it needs to really cook out almost just to a liquid so it creates this nice gravy. So let me get the food processor put together. Just pop that on there. And let me take my cutting mat right across the floor, right here. Oh, before I do any of that, let's get the stove on a medium heat. So let's get that started. I'm gonna put some oil in here because the minute I'm done with it in the food processor, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil in there. That's gonna be my saute. Turn this up. Let it get hot really quick because we're gonna be ready for this quick. All right, so I'm gonna pop my zucchini. I know I cut this already, guys. I did. I know I did. I really did. I did. Why is it not opening up? All right, let's do another one. Oh my God, what is going on? Let's cut it again. All right, there it is. We'll put it in there. I tell you, doing these videos sometimes, you guys just keep going. All right, so I got my zucchini in there. This is half of an onion and about 4 cloves of garlic. We'll put that all in there. Put the top on. Okay. A lot of technical difficulties today. Okay, top is on, and I'm gonna turn this on. It's gonna make a lot of noise, so I'll come back when it's done. Okay, this is perfect. So I did it for probably about 30 to 40 seconds. Yep, this is good. So you see, it chopped it up for me. And this pan is nice and hot. It is ready. So we're just gonna dump all this into the pan. I'm gonna make some nice creamy gravy. Move that around a little bit. Just to coat it all with oil. That's all I'm doing right now. And then I'm gonna cover it and let it cook for about 5 minutes. All right, let's check on the zucchini. And this is what it should look like. This is all cooked. See how cooked it is? All right, we're gonna add to the pot, we're gonna add our chickpeas. And this is chicken broth, but vegan chicken broth. So I use the not chicken bouillon. I put 1 bouillon in a cup of water, and I'm gonna pour that in. And then I'm gonna do a cup of full fat coconut milk. So you always wanna get the full fat not the one that, you know, you would drink with like your cereal or something like that. You want to get this one because you want it to be rich and creamy. And I'm going to put a cup of that in here. I'm going to put a little bit of cumin, some salt and pepper, some pepper, and then we're going to do some salt. Let me stir it up. Get all the ingredients together. And we're gonna leave this and let it cook down for about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, so we're gonna check on the chickpeas. This is 5 minutes in, and they're cooking up nicely. See that gravy's getting really nice and all absorbed into the chickpeas. This is when I like to put my curry in. I know everybody does it differently, but I find this way works. And I'm gonna put in 2 tablespoons of curry. Stir it all in. And you see it starts to turn the infamous yellow curry color. All right, and we're gonna let it continue to cook down. Okay, our chickpeas about 10 minutes in, cooking from the last time, so we're gonna stir it up. And look at that. I also went ahead and added my Scotch bonnet pepper. Ooh, that is bubbling up. Let me turn this down a little bit. There's too much action going on here. But look at that gravy. Oh, that's gonna be so good. Over rice. All right, right now is a good time. I like to add my other seasoning. So I'm gonna add some thyme, fresh thyme. It's just dry. Pop it right in there. I'm Caribbean, so the sticks go in. I don't just do the leaves. And also some green onion, because we're close to the end. So I wanna put that in now. And that's it, we're gonna let it cook another 5 minutes and then come back and enjoy it. All right, let's check on our curry chickpeas. And this is done. Let's turn the fire off. I'm gonna give it a nice stir. And guys, you see that? It thickened up. You see your chickpeas. We're gonna remove that pepper from there, but it gave the pot a nice flavor. We're gonna pull out those stems, but there you go. Look how delicious. That is gonna be really good. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna serve it over one of my favorite foods, Korean sweet potato. So here is my favorite starch, I probably would say. This is a Korean sweet potato, and unlike the sweet potatoes that we're used to, the orangey yellow one, this is not as sweet, but it's not as, it doesn't taste like a regular potato. So it has some sweetness, but it's not too sweet. And it's really good because you can pair it with so many different foods, and it just gives it a nice mild, you know, starch that you can add with, you know, your favorite food. So all I did, I baked it in the oven. I just wrapped it, baked it in the oven, and I have a couple of pieces on my plate here because we're going to add some of this goodness, this curry goodness. Just move those out of the way, and let's get a scoop. Oh, we got a stem there, and we're just gonna place that right here. I got this big old plate that I didn't need, but you get the idea. And there we are. That's it right there. So I'm gonna taste it. It's a little bit hot, so give me a minute. Let me get a fork. I did pull out a fork, I know I did. It's a little bit hot, and I get a lot of comments that's like, how do you eat food so hot? So just so I don't get the comments, I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit, but let me get a little piece of potato. And I'm gonna get some of this chickpeas, and we're gonna taste it. And this recipe, or this meal right here, is so filling. I mean, you can eat this and you'll be full for a good couple of hours, and it's just packed with nutrient. It's just nutrient dense. So here we go. Let's taste it. It's still a little hot, but let me taste it. You guys are gonna love this. But this, the chickpeas from the zucchini, there's sweetness, there's warmth from the curry. The chickpeas are nicely cooked. They're nice and tender. So they're not hard. The sweetness of the potato, delicious. This is so good. You see, it's still hot. I'm so greedy. But that's my recipe, my personal recipe for curry chickpeas. You can have your curry chickpeas over, let's say, jasmine rice. You can have it with roti. You Caribbeans know what I'm talking about. You could eat this with just about anything. Sometimes I even eat it just by itself. It's really, really delicious. I hope you guys try this recipe. Again, this is my special curry chickpeas, the best in the world. You gotta try it. And thank you again for spending your time with me on this 30-minute meal. Bye.